Hey there, my name is Aiden, and I'm going to walk you through the exact leverage or the profile funnel that I built for my college applications that allowed me to get accepted in Harvard, Stanford, Wharton, UC Berkeley, UCLA, and other top universities, basically being the only one in the 2025 undergrad batch to be accepted into Harvard from my country, and how you can utilize the same system too. Now, obviously, I won't be revealing everything about my students and my applications, because that's essentially what we do for our own specific use case. You can watch more about this on the YouTube channel. But you don't need perfect grades, you don't need perfect SATs, and you don't need perfect resumes. In fact, I will be showing you how you can leverage imperfection to make your profile stand out from all the other well-rounded fails. So your typical strong applicant checks a box, 10 clubs, 2 leadership titles, some volunteering hours, and very high GPA across the board, right? And now I knew that, I had to differentiate myself kind of like in the market, right? There's all these other perfect applicants. How do you stand out? And this is the exact system that I use for my students. They got 1400 SATs, which for your context is not even in the top percentage or top percentiles. The unique profile funnel works like this. First, you choose your lane, your direction. Now, you don't have to be a pure engineering major, right? I actually came from an engineering background, but I eventually chose to study finance, mainly applied math and econ. So choose your lane and go deep into that lane. So if you're going to choose a specific area like entrepreneurship and engineering, go really deep into it. Build an engineering related startup. Actually show proof of these results, and most importantly, show the impact you've served to these people and make this narrative coherent, right? Now, obviously, parents think that you need perfect GPAs, this and that, and I'll show you why that's not the main determinant most of the time. Now, with quantitative system builders, that was the main path that I went through. It's not like I just like STEM. I love solving system problems using quantitative tools. And one of the mediums for me was engineering, right? So I integrated applied math, AI, econ, finance, entrepreneurship. And as for my IB, I was an IB program. I did math, economics, computer science. So every choice was reinforced in this direction of someone who loved quantitative building. And this included engineering, but also startups, right? And I applied the same systems for many of my students who got into Princeton and Wharton and more. So, real execution over club membership is the most important, right? Now, the thing is, there's thousands of student council presidents. The only way or real way for you to stand out is to show actual proof. Let's say using a YouTube channel, even if you don't have a lot of subscribers, just show that you actually built these startups. You worked on, machine learning projects, say if you're interested in that direction, and you maybe even made some open source tools. They love the idea of what you call dissemination of knowledge. And of course, I break that down in another video. The most important thing is what I specifically did was I went for the photonics route, basically engineering in the form of lasers and light pulses. I got into Stanford early round, and I got into my other universities later on. I eventually chose Harvard as my university or place of study. And the main idea is if you're going to go for the tech, or let's say you're going to go the business route, or you go the arts route, you must position it as something that's you're serving people, right? I built solar tracking systems, rural workshops, innovation funding that secured my first $10,000 to install these systems, and then I eventually scaled that to several $100,000 in actual projects. And I teach you exactly how you can get the startup funding from zero. Right, of course, this framework scales. You can meet the builder behind Revel in my own community. So basically, we have students that get a clear direction of what they want to do in life. Right, some of them they actually don't know if they want to be an entrepreneur. They don't know if they're going to be a doctor, an engineer, and so we help them actually explore these different paths, connect them with professors, and connect them with actual research programs that our other Harvard or Ivy League students actually go and use. So yeah, more students, same framework, and it's proof that it compounds, right? You want to build aligned research, actually show that you're building startups and why you're passionate about solving that problem. And then of course brand yourself as something or an asset that these universities don't want to miss out on. To sum it up, you don't need a 1600 SAT. You don't need straight A pluses and everything. I had a few A minuses, few Bs, if you will. But you need to actually have sharp intellectual identity, stack depth, real world execution, and narrative control. And I break down this more. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM or comment in one of my videos and I can answer those. Cheers.